Hey everybody, Liron here and JP.
Hey everybody.
So we wanted to show you a little bit about what we've been working on Katatonik. And also this was a great way for us to communicate with you for the first time. So
yes, and to that, sorry it took so long. We've been really busy and working on it. And we hear you. We realize that you guys want to hear from us and talk to us and ask us questions. So we thought that this would be a great way to communicate with you guys and really answer any questions that you guys have.
Before we get started, a huge thank you for the community. It's been absolutely overwhelming to see the reaction that we've got so far and just the amount of fan arts. We're geeking out over here, just looking at all the fan arts and just like the dancing and everything. It's really amazing. And for us, it's super inspiring as well, because, you know, we've been working on this for months now. And then when we release it to the world, seeing the reaction just gets us so much more hyped about it ourselves. So huge thank you for that.
And I don't know if that even captures the gravity of how much that's impacting us, because like Liron said, since we started this, we've been wanting to get into this and work on this character and personality and world. You know, as storytellers, we love doing this stuff. And since we started to putting it out there and giving you guys like sneak peeks and everything, the feedback that we've been receiving from you guys has been amazing. And I was just talking to Liron just now about, it's an amazing community, and we're not used to creating something that's live. You know, we're used to creating on feature film level, where we create a film for 3-4 years and then it releases and then we see what the feedback is and then we do it all over again. But this is so organic, and it feels like every single one of you is also part of it. And we're not kidding when we say not only we get really geeky about all the fan art that you guys are creating. It's like, look at this, did you see this one? And we're constantly sharing. So we're seeing all of it and it's amazing. But it also helps us navigate and create different things for you guys, because we realize what you guys are latching onto, and you guys start to pick up on things that we're excited about. And then that only energizes even more. And I'm not sure if I should say this, but some of the dancing stuff that you guys have been doing, the editing has been so great that we are working on the second one, and that has affected. I was like, dude, what if we do this with it? So it is going to be a little bit different, and hopefully you'll see how your creation has impacted what we're creating. And I just want to say, I just love that about this community. I love that it's like a two-way street, and we're communicating and we're constantly showing stuff. It's very impressive. I knew it was something like this before we got started. But the feedback and the community overall has been absolutely amazing. So I honestly thank you guys for being so active and showing the love.
You know, and for us, it's super important. From the beginning, it was super important for us for having everyone in the team to be super, excited about this. We wanted to make sure that people are, bringing their A game because they're excited, because they believe in this project. We wanted to make this into a new world that we're creating. For us, this is what excites us, to tell stories, to come up with characters, to come up with an entire world of the whole Katatonik universe, so to speak. And to me, this is what's exciting about the whole Web3 metaverse, all these things that it's such a new frontier that no one really knows how it's going to be, right? I think growing up, seeing when movies came out, and every movie was so innovative, like, Terminator came out, Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, all these movies were so innovative, one after the other. And I think after a few decades, it plateaued. It started becoming the norm. Like, this is what we're used to seeing now in visual effects. It's not exciting anymore because it's just
another T-Rex. Cool, I've seen it.
Yeah, and the original one still holds up so well.
Yeah.
So it feels like, and it's still very exciting, but it just feels like the innovation has come to a degree that it's just already looking absolutely amazing. And for us to join this whole new world is kind of like re-exploring everything and coming up with all these solutions and all these different innovative ways of creating this art form. And this is what we've been doing in the past few months, just coming up with, a lot of new techniques that will allow us to get to the quality that we wanted to bring, and to allow us to make it, efficient, and to make it, just well-rounded enough, And we'll share in these videos. We wanted to do a few of these. In these videos, we want to share a little bit of the process of what we've been doing, just showing you a little bit of what's going on and the new techniques that we've been developing for this. So we're super excited to show you that.
Yes, and we also want to take advantage of this new outlet for us to communicate with you guys and girls and everybody that's sharing their love for this project. And we want to hear from you. We want to, if you guys have any questions or anything at all, we would love to answer it. You know, while we were designing the characters, like, he's a dancer, like he's definitely a dancer. And then we started talking about like dances, and it was like, we should show the world that he's a dancer. You know, like all these ideas come up and we want to create this stuff. So the long story short is saying, we want to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you guys are wondering how we're creating this stuff, or if you want to know what's coming, or any questions whatsoever, I would love to be able to answer it with me and Liron, and use this kind of platform for us to communicate with you guys, because we're so busy on working on this stuff that it's days go by and then we're catching up on things that you guys are talking about. And it's like, okay, how do we connect better? You know, so hopefully this is a great way that we can communicate and hear from you guys more directly. So.
Yeah, and I think something that's, you know, we both have in common, as you probably have noticed, is that
black shirts.
Black shirts, that's the outfit. But we're not very active in the whole social media and that whole thing and this whole world. And, you know, we have a great team with Katatonik that are taking care of all that stuff. And first of all, a huge thank you for the entire team, because that allows us to really focus on the art and creating all the content for you guys. Because as you notice, we're trying to make it, you know, the highest quality we can, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and also a lot of a big team of amazing artists that you know we handpicked for the project. And so it was really important for us to be able to focus on that. So I just want to say that since you haven't been seeing too much of us, you know, in Discord and all that stuff, we're still trying to catch up with all that stuff, like JP was mentioning.
Well, yeah, the fact that there's been questions of us, about us, and like wanting to hear from us, that's what I mean about like, wow, this is like a very communicative platform and it's very live. So that's why we're like, all right, we need to record something. We need to like, what's the fastest way that we can communicate with you guys? So yeah. Absolutely. I embrace it. I love what you guys are showing, the love for us, and these videos will be a continuous thing. You know, if you guys like it and we see that there's a great response for it, we'll obviously keep going. And again, we would love to hear from you guys on specific questions or anything, because I think it's a good opportunity to communicate with you guys.
Cool. So today I wanted to show you a little bit of some of the new stuff that we've been developing. Let's jump to that. Okay, so as you can see, we created a fully functional rig for Katatonik. Now, this is not your regular NFT character. It has a full range of emotions, and we can basically create a feature film level animation with this. We also created a full library of different expressions and functional shapers for the animators. And by the way, a huge shout out for Mike Amos, who helped us build this library. So I'll probably dive into the rig another time if you guys are interested. But today I wanted to show you some really cool technique we just came up with. In order to raise the quality, we want to make sure that we're rendering all the different elements together. What that gives you is that you have proper reflections and between them, and you have like casting shadows, and everything just looks so much better. Now, the way we're building it is we're creating the entire infrastructure for a Katatonik universe later on. We have a ton of ideas moving forward, and we want to make sure that we're preparing properly. The big problem with doing that is that you have a lot of intersections between the different elements. So we have to come up with a way to avoid that. Now, as you can see here, every time I change the clothes, the headphones adjust their placement. Now, this might seem very obvious, but it's really not in CG. So we had to come up with a way to do that.
We want to be able to adjust any type of accessory to any pose and clothing that the character is wearing, because that's the only way that, for us at least, it's going to feel very real. And obviously, when we render it, it's all going to connect in a way that it just looks like he's actually wearing the headphones, because he is. We didn't really want to fake anything, because I feel like, I don't know, quality would drop, and that's something that we definitely didn't want.
Even if I change the headphones, it still adjusts properly. And a big thank you for Or and Guy, our amazing TDs who were able to solve this. Anyway, this was just a quick snippet. We'll do more of these as we go. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.